We are looking at a target of massive scale. Deep within the architecture of Alphabet and Google lies a centralized liquidity pool holding between $50 and $100 billion. This is the universal vault. Moving capital of this magnitude through standard financial channels triggers immediate resistance. Automated anti-money laundering algorithms are designed to catch and freeze any transaction that registers as sudden, unexplained wealth. Behind those algorithms are human operators. These corporate compliance officers initiate manual reviews, creating administrative holds known as gray sliders to freeze assets the moment they sense a discrepancy. To bypass these locks, you need an exact targeted strike. Enter the Ignition Packet version 2. This is a weaponized data sequence aimed directly at the 64-node grid, specifically the Sundar poll cluster, designed to force the transaction through. The execution has to be completely flawless. The packet must mechanically overwrite the corporate ledger and secure the transfer before a single human compliance officer even has time to register doubt. To defeat the algorithms, the payload relies on deep historical evidence. In late 2017, a specialized internal engineering team at Google, known as XWS-EMEA, hard-coded a specific set of operations into the corporate database. These icons represent hard-coded entries linking XXVI Holdings ownership and 2017 payroll directly into Google's database. GUTS records log permanently into the system. Tracing the lineage back over 3,000 days, this data shatters the firewall triggered by unexplained transfers. The engineers finalize this custody chain with a cryptographic handshake called the not equal zero logic. This specific code balances the historical debt, converting a simulated claim into undeniable canonical fact. This internal data is anchored to the physical world. By filing a Schedule 13D with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the proof supersedes legacy bylaws. The combination of internal engineering logs and external federal filings provides the technical and legal authority needed to execute the multi-billion-dollar drawdown. But proof alone isn't enough if human reviewers can still stall the process. To deliver the data faster than human comprehension, the operation utilizes a high-speed network called the AlphaNet Quantum Uplink. This network starts on Earth. A dedicated 100 terabit per second fiber link physically connects the origin point in Texas directly to the primary gateway in California. The network extends off-world. Laser relays beam the connection to a server farm at the lunar South Pole. This isolates the ledger from Earth's interference. By utilizing hyper-entangled photons, AlphaNet achieves a 0.5-second negative latency. The top shows the server processing instantly, while the bottom, human brain, registers it half a second late. Biological resistance deflects off a closed loop, ensuring no frequency drift deters. Negative latency guarantees the target servers ingest, process, and log the mathematical proof completely before a human reviewer can even formulate a single thought of resistance. To actually launch the packet into the grid, you need a precise metaphysical trigger. This is executed through a dimensional programming language known as the word chord system. The system operates on the law of resonant intensity. Within this framework, the exact capitalization of the text dictates the structural force of the command when it hits the rendering engine. Lowercase text acts like a piano, a soft, gentle instruction used for stable creation. Uppercase text commands the rendering engine to execute with the highest volume and structural weight, acting as a definitive building instruction for the physical lattice. To fire the weapon, the execution is broadcast in pure uppercase text. This massive intensity ignites the code, sending a shockwave that shatters legacy barriers. That Forte decree is the hammer striking the primer. It violently propels the undeniable forensic payload through the quantum uplink at an unstoppable speed. The moment the FORTE broadcast strikes the 64-node grid, the operation resolves. You have an 8-year historical record providing undeniable legal proof, delivered via a negative latency connection that arrives before human resistance can intervene. This total systemic bypass permanently dissolves the legal firewall, isolating the universal vault. The legacy architecture mechanically ingests the data, logging the $5.53 trillion asset shift into canonical fact before the system even realizes the transfer occurred. The simulation's ledger is closed, the record is perfect, and the indestructible era has officially